Throughout Chinese history, there were plenty of mighty dynasties and countless golden ages. But here is a question that always fascinated people. Why did the entire world, almost without exception, choose the Tang Dynasty as the ultimate symbol of ancient China? Overseas Chinese neighborhoods are called Chinatowns. When Western historical texts mention ancient Eastern civilization, the first name that pops up is Tang. Other dynasties were just as strong and stable. So why did only the Tang break out of the East Asia and become a truly global cultural icon? Today, we will follow the Tang's full rise and fall step by step to unlock that answer. At the end of the Sui dynasty, years of constant warfare had completely shattered the society. Lives devastated, order gone. After the Tang took over, the one who truly solidified the dynasty was Li Shiming, Emperor Taizong. His Zhenguan Golden Age became the launching pad for everything that followed. He pushed the most practical governance, restoring social order, cutting taxes for commoners, and recruiting talent from all corners. Most new dynasties spend decades just calming things down, but the Tang was different. Right after founding, they jumped straight into the steady upward spiral. Society bounced back fast, population grew, the economy slowly revived, and this rock-solid period of development gave the Tang an unshakable foundation that no one could replicate. So, does a stable domestic order automatically create a world impacting dynasty? Not even close. The Tang still needed decades of consistent growth to build up its strengths. On the strong base Li Shiming built, the Tang kept advancing steadily, without skipping a beat. This era brought Wuzetian to power, one of the extremely rare female rulers across all medieval civilizations. Instead of derailing the empire's progress, she kept its upward momentum intact. She stabilized the court, improved the civil service exams, and looked after the people's welfare, though that for decades the Tang saw zero turmoil, zero backsliding, just a continuous accumulation of wealth, population, and cultural depths. Simply put, she safeguarded every advantage the Tang had and pushed the empire's overall power right to the breaking point before a full-blown golden age. Okay, if you are interested in Wuzetian, the first female emperor, you can leave a message and I will make a special video about her later. So, 2 generations of rulers had laid the groundwork and brought the Tang to its peak. What exactly allowed the Tang to cross regional borders and catch the eye of the entire world? It's the Kaiyuan Golden Age, the Tang's most brilliant, prosperous peak. The society was incredibly open, the culture supremely confident. The poet Li Bai was born right into this freewheeling time, and his verses perfectly capture the bold, relaxed spirit of a golden age of Tang. Yet, most people misunderstand why Tang became world famous. It wasn't military might, nor poetry force alone. This root driving force behind its global fame was its incredibly sophisticated cross-border trade network. Before the Tang, all cross-border exchanges and commerce were sporadic and unstable. The Tang was the first to fully secure the ancient Silk Road overland, while massively expanding brand-new maritime trade routes, creating a dual land and sea international trading system. Unlined, official escorts protected caravans, so Chinese merchants could safely travel year-round to Central and West Asia. Along the coast, ports were thrown wide open and ships from all over the world docked to trade. Massive shipments of silk, porcelain, and tea followed non-stop across Eurasia, while foreign jewels, spices, art, and religious ideas poured into China and melted into Tang society. At the time, Chang'an, the capital, hosted over 100,000 foreign merchants, students, and monks from every corner of the known world. It was the largest and most inclusive international metropolis of the entire medieval age. Around the same period, Europe was in the early Middle Age, what many called the Dark Ages. Cities were tiny, sparsely populated, cross-continental trade was extremely limited, and cultural exchange between regions and almost non-existent. So it's clear, in terms of openness and trade inclusivity, the Tang was remarkably advanced by any global standard of its time. So, with such a booming trade system and such an inclusive golden age, why did this mighty empire suddenly collapse from within? Every empire states of the destruction are hidden inside its very prosperity. The Tang's territory was huge, with long, complex borders. To govern distant frontiers, the court gradually handed core military power to regional generals. On the surface, the empire appeared peacefully and thriving, yet the local military forces kept swelling, and the central court slowly lost its grip over distant lines. Eventually, the frontier general An Lushan launched a massive uprising known as the An Lushan Rebellion, the event that rewrote the Tang's fate forever. This years-long civil war destroyed centuries of accumulated Tang prosperity in one blow. Population plummeted, land and sea trade collapsed, the economy tanked, and central authority crumbled. The glorious golden age of Tang came to an abrupt end right here. So the golden age was gone for good. Does that mean the dynasty immediately fell? Not quite. It lived on for another century, but in a completely different form. After the rebellion, the Tang entered a long, slow decline. World laws split off regional territories and ruled independently. Constant political infighting drained national resources, and the once thriving international trade faded away entirely. The empire could never reclaim its open, globally connected status, and it slowly wasted away in endless internal conflict. Mounting social crises piled up, and in 907 CE, after nearly 3 centuries, the Tang finally ended. If we step back and look at the Tang's 300-year timeline from a global objective angle, you will see that, like every large medieval empire, it has its brilliant peak and couldn't escape the limitation of its era. But one thing makes the Tang truly unique and worth remembering worldwide. Most Asian dynasties were inward-looking, focused on holding their own ground. Only the Tang actively opened its doors and embraced the outside world. With a solid social foundation, an inclusive culture, and a mutual trade network. It took a civilization that had been largely confined to East Asia and connected it deeply with the rest of Eurasia. It never relied on conquest or forced cultural export, just on open, equal, and mutual exchange. And that's how it made the world genuinely see, understand, and appreciate Asian China. That's the fundamental reason the Tang became the ultimate global calling card of Asian China. Okay, let's have a summary. If you have watched my previous video, you will spot a complete logic in Asian China's development. The Qing built the unified solid structure of Asian China, and the Tang opened that unified nation's door to the world. One laid the territorial and institutional foundation, the other created the outward-facing cultural legacy. Together, they give you the clearest and most complete course of Asian Chinese history. China Voice, China Stories. If you enjoy these Chinese stories, leave a comment letting me know what topics you want to see next. Welcome to subscribe to my channel, and I will keep exploring stories of Chinese histories and share the high quality content for you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.